In the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, the concluding shloka describes the importance of bhakti to God as well as to the Guru. Yasya deve para bhakti, yatha deve tatha guru, tasyaite katita hyartha prakashante mahatmanaha, it says. Which means the one who has devotion for God, highest devotion, para bhakti, not the devotion which is transactional. We go break a coconut and ask for more marks in exams. We go offer some dana and then expect 10 times more returns. We go and ask for petty, silly things by offering small prayers and pujas to the temple. Not that kind of bhakti, not the transactional bhakti. Para bhakti, unconditional love for God. The one who has unconditional love for God, para bhakti, and also unconditional love for Guru. Yasya deve para bhakti, yatha deve tatha guru. Unconditional love for God and unconditional love for Guru, the one who has it, such a person alone becomes deserving of the revelation of this truth. What is the truth? That you are none other than divine, knowing which there is nothing else needs to be known. So it's not enough if you have just devotion. You should have unconditional devotion, unconditional love towards God and towards the Guru. Only then you are capable of understanding these great roots of the Upanishads. Otherwise, it won't make sense to you. You may sit in the same room, breathe the same air, listen to the same words, and live 100 years with the same Guru or in the same temple. You will never get to know anything because you have never purified yourself through unconditional love and devotion to Guru and God. So, while there are several examples of devotion, unconditional devotion is the highest. Para bhakti, it is called, not just ordinary bhakti. As Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, four kinds of bhaktas come to Bhagavan. Artho, Jignasu Artharthi, Jnani cha Vartarshaba, he says. Four kinds. Those who have some suffering and problems, artis. They come because of their problems and they want the problem to be solved, so they come to God. And artharthis, they don't have any problem, but they're greedy, they have desires. They want more and more from God, so they come to God and offer devotion. Jignasu, these people, whether they have a problem or not have a problem, whether they have something or do not have something, that is not their concern. Jignasu's concern is they want to know the truth. They want to know the wisdom of all the scriptures, and therefore they come to the Guru or God. And the fourth is Jnani. They know what God is, they know what Guru is. They're simply here to enjoy the presence, enjoy the company, the sannadhis of the Guru and God. They don't ask. Even if they have problems, they don't open their mouth and ask. Even they have something lacking in their lives, they need something, they don't open their mouth and ask. They are not curious about this idle questioning, idle curiosity, simply for the sake of it. They have none of these ideas. They only come with the single idea that we just want to enjoy the presence, and in that presence everything happens. Guru will look after, God will look after us if we offer unconditional devotion, because then we become Guru's or God's responsibility. What we call as Marjala Bhakti Nyaya in our scriptures. There is a Markata Bhakti Nyaya, there is a Marjala Bhakti Nyaya. Markata Bhakti is the devotion of the monkey baby. You can see lots of them in our ashram. What these monkeys do? The baby monkey, it holds on to the mother. The mother carelessly jumps from one branch to the other. She doesn't care whether the baby is sticking to the chest or has already fallen. She goes about her things, doing her things. It's the baby's responsibility to hold on to, hang on and hold on to the mother for its own survival. That is Markata Bhakti. Devotee holds on to God for his own survival or her own survival. The other is Marjala Bhakti, like the kittens, the baby of a cat. What does it do? It doesn't do anything. It keeps running here and there. It's the mother which goes out and takes care of them, picks them and takes them wherever it requires them to go. The children don't care. They are carefree. It's the mother cat which takes the responsibility of looking after them. That is the other bhakti, where the devotee is so devoted to God that God comes after the devotee. The Guru comes after the devotee to protect and to give the highest wisdom and to redeem that devotee. So, this is the idea of bhakti. The one who has unconditional devotion and surrender to Guru or God, they alone are capable of realizing this truth. Otherwise, you can spend any number of years in any Tirtha Kshetra, in the Sandhani, in the proximity of a guru or in a temple, nothing is going to happen. Because you have not developed unconditional. You have developed conditional love. That is also good. Shri Krishna says it's better than not having any love for Guru or God. Some love you have for some reason, no problem. But unconditional love is what will ultimately make you experience the ultimate reality. And that is possible in the company of devotees who also have unconditional love. We will also learn from them. Company is very important. Satsangatve nisangatvam, it is said. You develop the satsanga. There may be many people around, but you choose the company wisely of those who have unconditional love for Guru and God, and you will also slowly develop that kind of a feeling. But if you stay in the company of those who have conditional love or no love at all, you will also become like that. So it is important that we choose our company and stay in the company of such unconditionally loving and surrendered devotees. That's why we go on telling you about devotees, of the great devotees of the past and of the present, so that we also get inspired by their devotion and we also lead a life of goodness. There was one guru by name Ribu, and his devotee was there, disciple was there by name Nidagha. And Ribu has given a Gita called Ribu Gita. It's a discourse on Advaita, but that's for another time. So this Nidagha was a notorious child. His father himself was a teacher. Like many of our school teachers send their children to study in our institution, not in their schools. Like that. This fellow sent his naughty son Nidagha to study under the Guru Ribu. And Ribu, being very compassionate, very kind, he did everything that was possible to teach him whatever he knew. So finally, the boy graduated and moved on to the next ashrama dharma, grihastha ashrama dharma, after your brahmacharya ashrama dharma is over. And he was so wary of this guru because guru was so, in a way, very protective and very particular that this disciple does not lose his way. When he goes out into the world, he should not get distracted and lose his way. So this guru would often go once in a while to check on the disciple, how is he doing. That's not guru's job, because he has finished his graduation, given what he needed to give, and after that it is up to the disciple. But this guru was so compassionate, he would go out to see him. But whenever this guru would be coming, this disciple will disappear. He doesn't want to meet this guru. He has his own problems. But Guru was very compassionate. He would nevertheless visit. So Guru developed a trick. He would put on different disguises and go, so that the Shishya would not realize that Guru is coming. Otherwise, if Guru is coming from this side, the Shishya leaves from the other side. So one such time, to check on his disciples' progress, Guru Ribu went disguised as an old man. And as he went to the town where this Ribu, where this Nidagha was residing, he saw a procession was passing. This was of the king of that place. So as the procession was passing, the king was sitting on an elephant and a lot of people were marching around. And this old man, the disguised Ribu, was waiting by the side of the road for the procession to pass. Just then this Nidagha was coming from somewhere. He had collected a lot of firewood because they had to do a lot of yajnas and homas. That was their daily ritual. So he would have collected some firewood from the forest and was coming. But because of the procession, both of them were waiting on the side of the road. And then Ribu recognized Nidagha. Nidagha did not recognize Ribu because he was the disguise of an old man. The Guru Ribu asked him, "What is going on here?" And this Nidagha said, "Can't you see the king's procession is passing? Who is the king here?" he asked. So this man, Nidagha, impatiently said, after all, an old man doesn't understand. And he said, "The one who is sitting above the elephant is the king." Then he said, "Which is the elephant and which is the king?" He said, "The one below is elephant, the one above is the king." Again, Ribu asked him, "What is below and what is above?" So Nidagha lost his patience. He said, "Wait, old man, I'll teach you a lesson." And he jumped on his shoulder and said, "Now you are below and I am above. Do you get it?" And then this patient guru, Ribu, asked, "Who are you and who am I?" And then Nidagha understood, this must be my guru in another disguise. He's come to remind me that I and you are not different from each other. As this ultimate divine reality, we are one and the same. So immediately got off the shoulders of his guru and fell at his feet, apologizing. Why I'm saying is that Guru is so compassionate. Ahetuka daya sindhu is what Shankaracharya describes the Guru in Viveka Chudamani. Unconditional compassion. Even though Shishyas make mistakes, he still compassionately goes and protects them. Once he has accepted you, he is always there to protect and guide you. Even if you run away like this Nidagha, like Ribu, he goes after you and still protects you and cares for you. That is the compassion of a guru. That is why he said that bhakti, marjala bhakti, like the mother cat goes after the kitten and protects it. Likewise, guru does that for you. And that, if you win the grace of guru in this way, where he develops this kind of love and compassion for you, you are the luckiest person on earth. That's all we can say, because he'll protect you wherever you are. And Guru is not just a physical entity, his presence is everywhere. Guru is like the GPS in the car. I call it Guru positioning system. You put the route, you put the destination, and you choose the route. It tells you this is the fastest route, this is the slowest route, lot of traffic here, this is the easier route. And then you start the car and start driving. But halfway through, your mind changes. You don't believe in the GPS. And you are distracted by the friend who is sitting next to you and who says, no, no, don't go by this GPS. I know a different route. It's a shortcut and let's go that way. And he distracts you and you agree to his worldly wisdom and then take another route, not the one on the GPS. And then what happens? You will end up in some other place where there is jam or there is no road and things like that. And then you don't know how to get out of this place. Then you recalculate the route, right? You again press this button on the GPS. It compassionately recalculates the route. It doesn't say, go, I don't care because you didn't listen to me last time. Now it's not my problem. I'm not going to tell you how to get out of this. GPS still, poor thing, recalculates the route and again tells you this is the best exit route from here. And you can get back to the main road and you can go to your destination. So Guru's compassion is like that. We make mistakes. Why? Because our mind is like that. We get distracted, we get advised by all kinds of people. And our mind generally believes in these kind of advices from the worldly people. And the mind is incapable of comprehending the compassion of the Guru. It's a very different, it's not the right tool to understand. You can't drink soup with a fork. Likewise, you can't understand Guru with your mind. You have to have the heart to understand the Guru. Likewise, this mind is incapable. It questions, it doubts, and sometimes it doesn't even listen and does its own thing and gets us into some trouble or the other. Yet, the compassionate Guru, if you have won his grace, like the GPS, recalculates the route, tells you again how to get out of this mess and how to find your place. This is the compassion of the Guru. The one who finds such a Guru and gets the grace of that compassion of the Guru, such a person is the luckiest person on earth. But how do you win the grace of Guru like this? Only by being a good disciple. Only by being a devoted, unconditionally devoted disciple. See, a lot of people come here. I tell our kids, when you come in small classes, 6th, 7th, 8th, you are artis. You have come here because you are from a poor family. Your parents cannot afford education. They think this is the free system, so it will be good for you. You can be looked after well. So the main reason for them joining is because of the poverty and difficulties. But slowly as they grow, they realize, no, this is not the reason why I'm here. I must study well and I must grow up and I must become a good person and earn well and look after my parents, build them a house, and so many other thoughts come. So from artis, you grow to arthartis. Desires develop. But I say it doesn't stop there. Then you become jignasu. After some time you realize, no, that's okay, that will happen. If I study well, I will definitely be able to take care of my parents and everything. But is that all to life or there is more? What is this Guru telling us all the time about Upanishads, about the truth of divinity, about seva, about other things? Then you start paying attention and become curious. That is the third stage, where you become a jignasu. You start questioning, you start asking questions to understand this knowledge of scriptures which I am trying to teach. And what is the way to attain it? So you become jignasu. But that also is not the end of the journey. You must progress from there to become a jnani. By the time you graduate from our institutions, you should have become a jnani. You should have the wisdom both of the world and of the beyond, of the God. because the worldly knowledge will come to you through your academic education. That is given everywhere. Maybe free here, may not be free somewhere, but knowledge is more or less the same. But what is the extra that you get here? You don't stop at just artharthis. You grow into a jignasu and then further into a jnani. That is the extra blessing that you get when you are a part of a system like this. And that is why I keep on insisting that if you just study here without paying attention to the spiritual inputs, you have shortchanged yourself of an opportunity of gaining much more from this system and place because of your mind and your advice of all the kinds of people and things like that. No, that is not enough. There is more to it. Please try to understand, try to learn, and be in the company of right people who also have the same mindset. Then you will not get distracted. You will not be deviating from this path. So be a good disciple. That is good enough for you to win the grace of Guru. Once Guru's grace comes, you can achieve anything in life because there's nothing which is impossible for Guru. Truly, if you want to enjoy and benefit from this place, you must recognize that it has the secular academic part of it, but more importantly, the spiritual part of it. All of it you must get it by the end of your education. Don't leave one for the sake of the other. I don't agree if you only go for spiritual things and don't study well. I will pull you up if your marks are not good. But I don't even fully agree if only marks are very good, but you have no knowledge of anything else that we have taught, be it scriptures, be it these philosophies of Sanatana Dharma. If you have no clue, no idea, even then it is no good. It has to be both, like the two eyes or 2 feet or two hands, like that. It has to be both. That's very important. You must recognize that. That's one thing I wanted to tell, because I see sometimes students get very carried away by the academics. They become very competitive, and some of them are so competitive that they find any minute spent on anything other than reading the books is a waste of their life. In fact, I am the other way around. Anything done which is not spiritual is a waste of time, I say. But they think the other way around. They want to study, 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 get marks, get ahead of everybody, win the competitions, and all that kinds of things. And other things looks like a waste of time for them. But they will realize over a period of time that it isn't so. It is the other way around. But that will come over a period of time as they mature. But they have to be reminded. So I'm repeating that. Now coming to Dr. Vinodini Mahishi, all her life she remained a spinster. She worked all her life for the sake of other women and other women's babies. She had none of her own, but she always thought every baby is hers, and I think she would have delivered 10,000 plus babies in her life. And that many jivatmas she brought into the world, gave them a life, and worked so hard. And after all these years, she came and started working here. Only recently, she expressed that age is catching up, and she would like not to have a formal working position, but she will nevertheless come and do service because that is what she enjoys the most. And that is an example. I'm not saying everybody can remain like this, but at least learn from the inspiration of these great people who are here serving so selflessly all the time. Whatever work I have given, she has gone and done. She never ran a school. I told go run a school. She did that. I told enough. You come back and run now. The hospital has started. You work here. She came back, started working here. No idea, no individuality, no plans of their own. All is God's plan. Whatever God decides, whatever Guru decides is fine for me. And their welfare, as Sri Krishna says, Yoga Kshemam Vahamiham, I will look after their welfare. These are the examples for the younger generation to follow. There are plenty of them. They have won the grace of Guru and God, and they will attain whatever they have to attain in their lifetime. Because they have nothing else in their mind, only one single pointed devotion. And that is something that all our children should learn. These are all women who have done MBBS, not in today's times. In those times when women were not even had an equal opportunity to even get into an MBBS course. These are women who have done MBBS 5 decades ago, against all odds, in North Karnataka, you can imagine. Today also, North Karnataka girls are not sent to colleges. That is the kind of ladies these are, who have fought their way, broke many glass ceilings, and shattered a lot of social stigma and taboo, and made their way into a profession which is so competitive and male dominated, and have risen to the highest positions, ran her own hospital, yet so devoted that she always served everybody. And today she is just officially taking a back seat, but she's always there to help. So it is an example for the women, especially the students of medical and nursing, that this is how what they have done 50 years ago. What you're getting today is on a platter. They didn't get free education, no free hostels, no all these facilities, everything they had to struggle for. Nobody would provide for them. Yet they have done these great things and yet spent all their life not in making money and having a comfortable life, but just to serve others. These are the examples we must emulate. So we are really grateful to her for all her dedication and service. When she mentioned she wanted to retire, I thought it will be only appropriate to make it known to everybody here and through this, through people around the world, that these are the kind of people who are behind this mission, who have given up tana mana dhana jivana for the sake of this mission. And that is how this mission has come this far, from those early days to what it is today. We must be grateful to her and the people like her who are part of it. Children should be reminded that this, they are not getting everything here because of sacrifices of such great people who have given up everything for your education, for your future, for your betterment. And if you don't use this opportunity to the fullest, as I said, both academically and spiritually, their sacrifices will be wasted. And so its onus lies on you. Responsibility is yours. I can only constantly remind, and even if you get lost, like the GPS, I have to go on coming back and reminding you and taking you back onto the right path. But don't make it difficult for me. Don't make it an exercise in effort for me. Make it easy for me by just following what I've said once so that I don't have to repeat. And I always often say the best dakshina, Guru dakshina you can give the Guru is not make him repeat his words. Just follow once he says. Don't make him repeat again and again by not following. So that is the best Guru Dakshina and gratitude you can offer to the Guru. Since he started the topic on Guru Bhakti and talked about what is the use if you have the lamp and the wick but there is no oil in it, there won't be any light. Likewise, what's the point in being a student of this institution and whatever a staff here or reading and studying everything if you don't have bhakti for the Guru and the God? There is no point in you being here because you will not attain anything. Jyoti won't happen. We will still be in dark. So make efforts to learn both the things, recognize the value of the opportunity, and be grateful to the sacrifices of such great people who have brought so much of comfort, convenience, and opportunity on a platter, literally on a platter to you.